Hello and welcome. This is your crypto day morning with today's date being Sunday, the 16th date of September 2018. Bitcoin prices up to 65.08, but hanging in there within the 18 average band, right where the 18 average of closes would be around. Well, 3 days closing around the same level, although it's not the close now. It's just in at where the last two closes have come about. Looking at this on the short term, but it's going to focus mainly on moving averages. Single hour time frame, this is a spot at midnight last night where the price fell down to 63.52, instantly coming back up to its downtrend, but finishing the downtrend at 3 o'clock. Since then, 3 single hours moving from just barely below the 18 average of lows to piercing above the 18 average of highs. 2 finished periods after that has just stayed hanging in there within the highs, at least that's where it's closed. 54 minutes and 49 seconds remaining, which means it's just started a new period with decent volatility already. And it's, still hanging in there amongst that level. Overall, this is a crucial area, short-term, long-term, all that kind of stuff. As we can see, there's been a lot of resistance, even going back to September the 7th in this general area, 6,500 up to about 6,500 change. And on the situation of that break, I expect decent green-sized candles towards the upside. But again, I want to talk about moving averages, because if you started buying up here, that was the worst time. And if you just bought there and that's it, I really don't have much to say. Considering, of course, when you buy in a major uptrend, you have to be ready for potential downwards. And that's one of the things I was mentioning in here too, is that when you have big moves, it's going to have to fall pretty good at some point on a bullish level, let alone bearish level. It would do such obviously as well. So buying in at this level, if you're just buying in segments to do your dollar cost average, well, that would be a so be it situation. Let's take a look at where the moving averages would be, and we're going to use a spreadsheet to do so. The 15-day average is in at 6,600. The 25-day average is at 6,700 almost. 6,750 for the 50. 6,761 for the 100-day moving average. So all the moving averages, 100 and less, is in this area of around 67. Then we have the 200-day moving average up higher at 75.86. The 275-day average, and that number represents to where the highs happen to be. This is the day before the Bitcoin high, 88.29. So if you started buying at the highs, if you bought every single day or week or anything in that level, your average price thus far would be about 8,800. 8,400 over the last year. Over 500 days, we're back in the 6,900 area. So that's all of these numbers are in the 6,000s, as is the 500-day moving average. But well below that, at the 730, that's the 2-year, 5,000. And if I were to go higher than that, like 1,000, 2,000, these numbers would just keep going lower. And because I do consider this a very massive level, that it's going to play out in one of two ways. One, it's going to break that level of support, probably have a fast move to 3,000, although it could very easily grind its way there too as well. Or convincingly regain that of the bull market, whether it does it now or later. But in a situation where you start to get above these previous lower highs, not really so much the 7,000 and change one, but more so towards the 8,000 and change, and then the 9,700 and change, which represents, of course, some of these more longer term moving averages as well. That holding and staying above for several days amongst this level, if it's even able to do that, and I'll tell you what I mean by that in a bit, but if it's able to hold and stay above it for multiple days, then you could be already ready for like a massive lift. And what I mean by if it's able to do it, well, let's just assume that it makes a move up to, say, 7,800. And then the next day it's at like 8,300. And then the next day it's 9,100. The next day it's 12,500. Maybe it's not, it's just going to go just monstrous to the upside when that move of it ready to being able to do so is there. Because technically speaking, if the price action is up here and you've seen it there, then what you'd want to see is just like some holding, that type of stuff there, break a level of resistance and go. But that could take 4, 5, 6 days, and you might not get that. It just might go up on a non-stop upward motion like it has done so in the past when it is ready to do so. Of course, I'm not guaranteeing anything. Why would I? Why should I? And that as well. But it makes sense that when it breaks through those key higher highs, and again, these are the two main ones I'm going to be focusing mostly on, that it would have the potential for some monstrous bull market moves where you just get green candle day after day, week after week kind of action for the long-term time frame. Thank you for tuning in. Have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.